Enjoy it, have fun,
and leave the fireworks at home. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the third episode.
Fresh takes.
Way.
We're back. Episode 3. Here we
Episode
go. How
3.
exciting.
It's always fun and games when we're out and about now. So, yeah, it's great. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you've not tuned in with us before, it's nice to have everybody. Well, if you're back, thank you for coming back. And if it's the first time watching, welcome. This is where we talk about films, what we're doing with Fruitbox, what's kicking off, really, what we're doing. So, yeah. Should we mention first things first?
Yeah. When I Was Young is out, Savannah Hack's new song, which we've obviously worked with her to promote, and the music video, which will be out very soon, if it's not already out.
Might already be out by the time you're watching this.
But the song is definitely out, so
go
give it a listen,
Yeah, go and show your mum, go and show your dad, show whoever.
Show it some love. It's a fantastic song.
It's a great tune. Really lucky to have worked on that. It's a real pleasure. So
absolutely.
Hopefully it gets the love it deserves. So
absolutely, yeah.
That's really exciting. And also
great tune.
Yes. Really great tune. So again, give it some love, everybody. So show everyone you know, share it, listen to it, put it on vinyl. Who knows? Anyway, we've also got to mention our crowdfunder, which is up still. So for the documentary,
the elephant documentary, which we've mentioned a few times, the crowdfunder for that is still going.
About two or so weeks left. Or something?
2 or so weeks left. Yeah. So yeah, please go check that out if you haven't already. Thank you for all the support we've already had. If we can keep pushing, that would be amazing.
It'd be great. You know, it's a really exciting project, and we're really lucky to see it. If you haven't already, check out the content we made on it previously, which is on our Instagram, or if not, Tiana's doing loads of great stuff on her TikTok, which is all sort of travel related, lots of nice bits and pieces in the sanctuaries and things, and lots of other nice bits and pieces.
Yeah, if you're interested in nature content, wildlife, travelling, Tiana's got some really cool content on her TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Check her out. And check out the crowdfunder.
Check out the crowdfunder. It's great to be working with our fellow alumni.
Fellow alumni. Great word.
Cool. It's my big word of the day. That I haven't got any more now. That's all I've got. But
got it in early.
Anyway, to move on, we're thinking about talking today. We're going to talk a little bit about sort of video game, movie, television media, as it were.
Because there's a lot going on.
There's a lot
with that kind of genre
at the moment. So you've got the Minecraft movie making a scene in cinemas, as it were.
The Minecraft movie is making waves in the cinema space right now.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not aware, there's a certain trend going on where a certain line of dialogue,
chicken jockey,
when Steve says that, the cinema goes crazy, goes mental.
Absolute
We've seen scenes of fireworks,
live chickens throwing popcorn,
drinks going everywhere.
Carl, you wouldn't believe it.
It's almost like scenes when Man U scored, when Maguire scored the other day. Sorry to put a football reference in, but
always got to get it in.
Limbs in the cinema is my point, basically.
But we were saying a little bit to each other earlier. Like, it's one of those things that I think maybe post-COVID has become a bit of a trend. I mean, one of the ones that I was talked about, it was the first time I remember it kind of, posting things over social media and big reactions, was with the third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, when we saw the two previous Spider-Men make their reappearances, and just everybody clapping, screaming, backflips, the lot. But and I think that, you were talking, and you mentioned about was it the Minions?
Despicable Me or the Minions? I can't remember which one, but there was a huge trend where lots of lads, in particular, I will call them lads, were dressed up in suits and the bald caps.
I think it was bald caps, the Pitbull uniform, as it were.
It was definitely the suits and To Steal the Moon and that whole trend, So you're right, it's become a bit of a thing with certain movies where these sort of trends and the sort of atmosphere within a cinema.
Yeah, which is, it's become a thing, and I think it's something maybe that we wouldn't have maybe thought about 10 years ago, maybe. But then again, TikTok and things along those lines didn't exactly exist then. So, but it's something that I think has definitely kind of become a bit of a rise. And, it's absolute scenes. It's quite fun. It is a bit funny to watch, I won't lie. Yeah. It's not a film that neither of us have seen yet. But I'm sure when it comes to Prime or wherever it will, I'll definitely watch it there.
Yeah.
But I think Minecraft. We were saying earlier, like the thing is, Minecraft attracts such a wide audience, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit for everybody, really. I mean, for kids are going to see it, teens, everybody, adults, the lot, right? And it attracts I think there's quite a meme culture around Minecraft anyway, right?
Yeah.
I sound really old then. I say a meme culture, as it were, really hoity-toity. But I think there's quite a community behind it, and I think it's quite nice to see people going and getting involved. And
absolutely. Yeah. I think it's fantastic. People are going to the cinema, enjoying going to the cinema, loving going to the cinema. Obviously, it's absolutely mental, some of the scenes, and I don't condone the fireworks or any of that.
Don't set any fireworks off in your cinema, please.
It's fantastic people are going to the cinema. I mean, this movie's breaking records.
It's amazing.
Box office stats are insane.
I know, and for a film that, I mean, there's not exactly been fantastically received critically, but not a lot of video game movies and telly are. I mean, Last of Us kind of puts us slightly to the side, I guess.
Yeah.
But, there's not a lot of masses of very well talked about video game, television, movie adaptations, right? I mean, thinking of, off the top of my head, the original Super Mario Brothers movie, I remember that. Doom with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that? Do you remember at the end? The only thing I remember out of it, I remember watching it years ago, was the end 15 minutes that was set in first person, like Doom, and I was like, oh wow, that was a choice.
Interesting artistic decision.
I do quite like The Rock. He's a little bit of a guilty pleasure.
The Rock,
that's fair. I think it was it's fun to see people going and getting involved. I mean, obviously it's not great for the staff, admittedly.
No, feel bad for them.
Feel bad for the staff. Fair enough. It's not. I'm sure it's not nice picking up popcorn and things like that. So, respect to your environments and things. But it's nice to see that, Cineworld and companies along those lines, not sponsored by Cineworld as such, but they're putting on special showings for to Scream and Shout or the Flint and Steel screening or whatever I'm sure they've called it. Water bucket.
That's a good name.
Flint and Steel screening. I might poach that one, but. Yeah, it's nice to see that. I think if it gets people into the cinemas, that's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I couldn't advocate it more. That it's good that people are going to the cinema. We're filmmakers, we're cinephiles.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. People are going to the cinema, in my opinion.
It's lovely, and as long as people are being respectful. Is the point I was trying to make.
People are having fun.
People
are
having
good.
fun.
People should be able to have fun.
Yeah,
movies.
And that's the thing. It's a fun film.
Yeah,
right? It's not meant to break critical and Oscar records.
Yeah, it's not going to be a cinematic masterpiece. It's not going to have. You're not going to the Minecraft movie expecting
Citizen Kane.
A really well written plot and deep, emotional, provoking performances and characters. You just not. You just want to have fun and have that sense of nostalgia and
that sense of kind of
see Minecraft kind of come to life. But there we go. In that sort of format.
In that format, and I'm sure it's quite. From the bits I've seen of it, it seems quite funny and a bit light-hearted, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Wow, Jack Black's just brilliant, isn't he?
He's just great.
Absolutely love Jack Black.
We do love Jack Black here at Throughbox. I think he's quite a firm favourite, as it were.
Get a little shrine.
The Jack Black shrine will replace the plant behind us.
Steve.
I am Steve. I am Steve. Go on, you gonna do one?
I am Steve.
Hopefully we don't get this clipped out. But yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Jack Black has done some fairly.
He's had a fantastic career.
He's had a fair career, hasn't he?
And a really wide range.
What a range! I mean, Jack Black. I was going to say Jack Black, but no. But I remember him being from School of Rock, which is amazing. The Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. Can't forget the Kung Fu Panda. And the Holiday. Do you remember the Holiday?
Yeah.
Kate. What? No, is it Kate Blanchett? No, it's not Kate Blanchett.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good movie. Very good fun movie.
Yeah.
He's great. I remember, do you ever heard of Tenacious D? I remember my dad showed me Tenacious D when I was a kid. It's his band with Kyle Gass. Just some fantastic, fun songs and albums. And just great fun, Jack Black. So
absolutely.
So it's always nice to I think it's weird where maybe we grew up with knowing him in School of Rock and things like that.
Yeah, that was probably my first
introduction to Jack Black.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's been in loads more that I'll remember as soon as we...
Kung Fu... Oh, you mentioned Kung Fu Panda. Oh, I had it. Jumanji.
Jumanji. Yes, he's been in Jumanji with the old Kevin Hart.
Yeah, and The Rock.
Yeah. But he's great, Jaguar. I think,
And him and Jason Momoa have done an incredible job promoting this film. I mean, they're really out there slaving away for this film, and I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah.
The last time we were here, we were talking about how poorly
Snow White
had been hyped up or whatever in the build-up to that film. The Minecraft movie has done it right. The promotion has been fantastic.
It's done it fun. They've played to their audience. I mean,
absolutely.
They've got a meal at McDonald's, for God's sake. Man.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I mean, Stormzy is as well, but there you go. So it's just fun to see, isn't it? And I think if you're into your Minecraft, I'm sure it's got all of your little Easter eggs and all of the fun stuff. But I'm sure this isn't the last we'll see of the Minecraft movie. I'm sure
there'll be plenty
with the box office figures that I think will. We haven't looked up to date, but I'm sure it's past millions and millions and millions by now. So I'm sure it'll be insane stats. I'm sure we'll be seeing a sequel in a few years' time and a series coming to Prime Video shortly.
Go and watch the Minecraft movie. Love it. Enjoy it. Have fun.
Leave the fireworks at home. Just don't. No fireworks.
And the chicken.
And the chickens. Please leave your chicken.
Just
at home.
anything you think might be borderline inappropriate.
Yeah. Maybe leave it. Maybe not have a bin bag full of popcorn. I mean, just maybe leave it at home. But anyway, talking about more video game related things, and I mentioned The Last of Us earlier, which is back for a second series.
Second series.
It takes place. The second series takes place in the start of the second game, doesn't it?
Yes. 5 years later, I believe.
So I've played both of them, and they're two of my favourite games of all time. Probably, I love the second one too. Absolute bits. I think it's got a great story. I love the performances. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
And you've seen the series, haven't you?
Yeah, and I haven't played the games, but I've watched playthroughs. So I know what happens.
Yeah.
And you're very right that especially the second one is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I have very high hopes for the second season.
Yeah, I mean the first series was really good.
It
had its deviations, but it was nothing short of really just
very good,
lovingly put together.
Aesthetically, it's very good and just interesting.
It's interesting. That's the right word to put it. I think it's lovely seeing those landscapes and things.
Yeah.
I think in a video game you get quite like, oh wow, this is amazing to see, but watching it on screen as well is something really impressive.
Yeah.
And I think seeing that world visualized in a different way is stunning. And I think you can't really... If I were to pick of a game that I would have wanted to watch in a sort of series, probably would have been The Last of Us, to be fair.
And just like are they called clickers?
Yes, the clickers,
yeah. Like their design.
The design, the makeup and all that. Well, there we go.
Leaps and bounds above anything else in that sort of genre, in my opinion. Like The Walking Dead, I think it's miles ahead.
Well, I'm sure.
In my opinion.
Yeah, but it's just a...
That might be a controversial one, but yeah, The Walking Dead, their character designs for the zombies, or whatever you want to call them, I'm just going to call them zombies because it's easier. It's just pretty standard. It's pretty normal. Whereas The Last of Us is very unique,
and they've brought that to screen so well, and I think it's translated really nicely as well. Yeah. So I think Pedro Pascal's performance is amazing. But he seems to be in everything at the moment.
Yeah,
I mean,
very popular in
very
Hollywood.
Popular guy. I mean, we were talking briefly kind of about The Mandalorian a few weeks ago. And he was in that. He's been in everything. He's the new Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
The trailer came out for that yesterday, actually, so we finally saw the man stretch. But I'm very excited for that film, if you can't tell. I think I've mentioned on every episode so far. But it's just, he's in absolutely everything. And there's a reason for it, right?
The first episode, so actually, I'll be brutally honest, I was ready to come here and sort of say... I think The Last of Us is a little bit overrated, a little bit overhyped. Then I watched the first episode...
Bella Ramsey, go on.
Bella Ramsey. Then I watched the first episode of the new season, and I was instantly taken back. Remembered how good it was. It's brilliant. Their chemistry, Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal.
It's amazing.
Fantastic, and their performance is brilliant. It's a brilliant show. I'm very excited for season 2.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great. And if it's anything close to what the video game, I think it'd be it's going to be fantastic and hopefully not as heartbreaking. If you know, I'm sure. But it's just, I mean, think about it. It was only 2 years ago, the last one. Well, I think just under 2 years.
Okay.
So it's 2013 I've got here. When did the first one come? Yeah, first episode date, January 16th, 2023.
Okay.
So it's fairly, just over a year and a bit turnaround. But I mean, that's kind of what we expect for TV shows now.
In this day and age, unfortunately, yeah.
But it's great to see sort of video game adaptations coming far. I mean, the one that came to mind, because we were thinking about this the other day, of kind of ones that have recently come about. And I wanted to talk about quickly Uncharted. I don't know if you've seen it. I love the game, so I played the first and second one fairly recently, actually, because I was a bit bored.
Okay.
And I bought the collection on the PS4 and then played it on my 5. But I think Tom Holland is always.
Yeah, I just thought it was a bit average, a bit mediocre, the film, in my opinion.
And that's, I think, the trend with a lot of the video game stuff, is it isn't like some of it. I mean, I think that's why The Last of Us and the microwave made me notable, shall we say.
Yeah.
It's because I think a lot of it just kind of blends into the background. I mean, the Assassin's Creed movie with Michael Fassbender, I mean, what even happened to that? It just kind of
that was
appeared and disappeared on the scene.
It's quite mediocre as well.
It's just fine, right? And I think that's kind of the point I'm trying to make, is a lot of it is just fine.
Yeah.
And it's nice when you see something that really stands out.
Absolutely,
and makes a bit of a point of itself.
The Last of Us definitely
does that.
Yeah, give it a watch. Even if you've not played the games, give it a watch.
Give it a watch. I mean, I think that's kind of the nice bridge, right? I think if you were to say something that maybe didn't know about the games or wasn't even that fussed, as I think a show to watch in general, it's just great. And it gives a lovely story.
Absolutely,
and if you weren't to know it was from a video game, I think is the thing. Like, it's not. I think it's made for that more general audience, right?
Yeah.
And there are some lovely side stories in it, some lovely little bits and pieces, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's just fantastic to see.
Very, very good. Yeah, give it a watch.
We were going to talk very briefly about the
breaking news.
The very breaking news.
Fresh Takes episode 3.
Fresh Takes episode 3. Talk about the new Star Wars announcements that have come out.
There's been a few. I haven't. This is literally. Recording this just happened. So
just happened. So we found out about. I found out it was just before we left.
Yeah.
But we've only just sort of talked about it. So you've got like the new Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Bits coming out, which is great. Star Wars Starfighter. Hold on, let me get.
That's right. I've seen that. And there's also a Darth Maul thing.
Yes.
Can't remember what that was called.
Star Wars Go, Outlaws, Beyond the Victory. Sorry, we're literally looking this up as we're speaking.
It's all very exciting news for the Star Wars galaxy, basically.
Yeah, and we do. And we love Star
Wars
bits.
Yeah, we're huge Star Wars fans. Yeah. So
I actually watched Attack of the Clones yesterday, and I hadn't seen Attack of the Clones in ages. Long. I do forget how long that film is. God.
Yeah.
But no, we love Star Wars here, so I think it's always nice to see bits and pieces, new stuff
very
coming
exciting.
Out. So yeah.
And if they are doing something for Darth Maul, that's going to be sick.
Yeah, pick up Darth Maul.
Brilliant character.
Brilliant, isn't he?
And his character's just got better and better with time. I mean, the Phantom Menace, we were both that generation where we were like, that's incredible, that's cool, sick. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And then in the Clone Wars, obviously his story got expanded. And then Rebels.
Yeah.
So then having something else is going to be cool.
It's going to be cool.
I'm excited for that already.
I think I've not seen too much of Rebels, but I did catch quite a lot of Darth Maul's story in that.
Yeah.
So I watched it in pieces, and I think that fight's fantastic in the end. Yeah. It's one of those really quite impressive bits of Star Wars media, and I can't remember the name of the bloke that voices him in that. Again, I'm going to have to.
He's a very cool guy.
But he's a really cool guy. Yeah. So I'm actually going to quickly Google him so I can give him his stripes.
Yeah, there's a very interesting clip of him talking through the fight in Rebels with Obi-Wan. That's it. Yeah.
Sam Witter. No, Sam Witter. Sorry, W.I. Whitwer. Sorry, he's fantastic.
Give him his flowers. Yeah, very cool guy. If you're into Star Wars, you haven't seen that, go watch the clip of him explaining the Darth Maul Obi-Wan fight, because
it's quite a powerful bit.
It's very cool. Yeah, it's very cool.
Very cool. So, I mean, I think we're that, again, like you say, we're that generation that saw Darth Maul and went, oh wow.
Yeah, literally that meme.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, we were talking the other day about the last episode about films we'd like to see in the cinema. Yeah. I mean, Phantom Menace, for all of its faults.
Yeah,
that end half an hour is pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah, and bringing Star Wars to a new generation. Almost,
yes.
Our generation,
yes, and I think that
was cool. Double lightsaber pretty cool.
I'd love one of those on my wall. Anyway, I think that's everything.
In
that case, thank you so much if you've tuned in so far.
Go watch the Minecraft movie.
Go watch the Minecraft
Leave the fireworks
movie.
at home.
Leave the fireworks at home, please, and don't throw popcorn at your hostess. Host and hostesses. I'm sure it's not great. But anyway, that's all from us.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening.
We'll see you in a few.
Watching.
Yeah, we'll see you probably in a few weeks' time. I think. After this is recorded, well, we'll see each other in about half an hour in the pub. But there we go. So we'll see you very shortly, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
At the time of recording, hope you've had a wonderful Easter. Yeah. And thank you very much.
Goodbye.